Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Welcome to episode 3 of Episodes of Grace with your host Aditya Shastri and the speaker and our mentor Goswami Śrī Anugrahkumarji Mahodayshree. JJ, आप श्री के श्री चरणों में दंडवत प्रणाम.
Namaskar.
Namo Namaha. Today's topic is going to be like the seed to this thought of Pushtimarg and the path of grace. The topic is Mahāprabhujī Shri Vallabhācārya ji. It's pertinent to know about our Acharya because without our Acharya, Vasudha Rehti Suni, this is what is being said in the Kirtans. Let's deep dive in the life sketch and story of Shri Mahāprabhujī Shri Vallabhācārya ji with our speaker for the day, JJ. એવું શ્રી વલ્લભ પ્રભુનું નામ અમને પ્રાણ પ્યારું છે. This is one common bhajan or dhodpad that we keep on listening at a Vaishnav's household. Especially ગુજરાતી વૈષ્ણવોના ઘરમાં તો આ કોમન વાગતું જ હોય છે. તો who is Shri Vallabhacharya ji? How can we know more about him? Is there any Puran or any Sampradayik reference which helps us understand who is Shri Vallabhacharya ji?
First of all, this is the best topic till date, I can say. Shri Vallabhacharya ji, he actually is the main founder of Pushtimarg and has graced upon all of us. No doubt in that. Shri Vallabhacharya ji is also called as Shri Vallabh, like it's a lovable name.
Correct.
Who is Shri Vallabhacharya ji? Your question is? We can say, Vastutaha Krishna Eva. He is himself the Lord according to a Pushtimargiya Vaishnav.
Krishna himself.
Yeah. So, there's no difference between Lord Krishna and Shri Mahaprabhujī. Both of them are as equal, as evident and as perfect as they are. There's no difference between these two. Shri Vallabhacharya ji has incarnated in this Kali Yuga for the betterment and to grab those people who are actually moving away from the Lord, who are actually supposed to be near the Lord but are gradually moving away from Him. Shri Mahāprabhujī is also a name of Shri Vallabhacharya ji. So he has come on this earth, he has incarnated himself on this earth to grab those people and again move them towards the Lord or to just give them a pathway. So this is the way you have to go. So he plays a very, very important role in a Vaishnav's life. And for all of us, all of the Pushtimargiya Vaishnavas, Shri Mahaprabhujī is everyone's Guru. The word Guru. Why does one need a preceptor or a Guru in his life? The word itself describes, I can say. Gu shabdastu andhakarasyat, Ru shabdat tamanirodhaka, andhakara nirodhitva guru iti abhidhiyate. There's a clear statement in the Shastras. Gu means darkness. Darkness does not mean when the lights are off. Darkness is like the darkness of,
Ignorance.
Lesser knowledge, ignorance. The time you are going away or you start differing from knowledge, what the actual knowledge is, what the actual understanding is. The time you start going away from that is your andhakara time or is the time you are in darkness. Gu shabdastu andhakarasya. The letter Gu depicts the darkness of knowledge. Ru shabdat tamanirodhaka. What is Ru? Ru is the term that helps in eradicating that darkness.
Correct.
Andhakara nirodhitva guru iti abhidhiyate. The person who eradicates the darkness of ignorance from one's life is Guru. Clear and a short, simple, sweet statement by Shastra.
Correct.
Further, Shastras say, why does a person need Guru? So there's a very nice story I would like to share about Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak, who is the former saint of Sikh Sampradaya or the Sikh sect of our India. So once Guru Nanak was in Jagannath Puri.
Oh, okay.
Jagannath Puri is one of the best and the biggest pilgrimage centers of Hinduism that is in the eastern part of India. So there Lord Jagannatha, he graces upon all of his devotees. So Guru Nanak was, at that point of time, he was just living over there. Once he went in front of Lord Jagannath into the mandir. He started glorifying his Guru. My Guru is such a nice person. He helped me reach to you.
Hmm.
So he started glorifying, he started, praising his guru. The people over there, the locals, they didn't like that. That why is this person coming here in front of the Lord and is glorifying his own guru? Does not make sense. They're not happy with it.
Hmm.
So although they didn't utter a single word at that time, after some time, Guru Nanak came out. At that moment, all of his devotees, Guru Nanak's devotees, started worshipping him. Started, washing his lotus feet, started praising him, started glorifying him. So then these people could not take it. They were furious. That when there is Lord in front of you, then why are you praising and glorifying your Guru?
Hmm.
So there's a subtle question, right? Everyone has it. So Nanak ji just told them, please come to my house. Where am I staying? When I'm staying right now. And we'll surely have a discussion. All of them reached there. He asked these people to light a fire. So a fire was lit. All of them gathered there. Nanak ji proclaimed. He told every one of them that if you can make a contact with this fire or if you can touch it, I lose. How is touching fire possible? Tell me.
People will get burnt.
Yeah, exactly. So, although with many, different ways, there is Maya and everything, people tried to do it. But, you cannot touch fire anyhow. So, many people tried to do it, but everyone failed. At last, Guru Nanak took a stick, he tied a cloth on it, burned the cloth, then held it in his hand. Asked everyone that, am I in contact with the fire? Everyone said, yes, you are in contact with the fire. Because you have fire in your hand. Am I reaching the fire? Yes, you are reaching the fire because you have it in hand. So that was the concluding statement of Guru Nanak. That when you cannot even touch an ordinary fire with your own ability, the Lord is Koti Surya Samaprabha. Or He is the one who has the intensity, who has the heat, who has the power of crores and crores of such suns. You understand? Suns. This is just an ordinary fire. You cannot just touch that fire with your ability. How can you reach that Koti Surya Samaprabha with your own ability?
Right.
So, even to reach this ordinary fire, you need a medium. That was the stick.
Correct.
And a cloth. In the same way, to reach that,
Divine.
the divine term or the divine complexity, we can say, the Lord, you need a medium that is Guru.
Right. Wow, that's beautifully put.
Yeah, so in the same way, all of our Pushtimargiya Vaishnavas, all of us, whoever is fortunate enough to come in Pushtimarg, have their ideal Guru as Shri Mahāprabhujī in their lives.
Right.
Who is helping us reach the Lord.
Right.
We have in our kirtans, Je Jana Sharana Aaye Anusarahi Grahi Saupada Shri Govardhanath. This is the arti that is said while performing arti to Shri Vallabhacharya Balakas. So he is the one who holds the hand of an ordinary person, I can say. The one who has forgotten everything. His actual existence. And then he hands it over to the Lord himself.
Right.
And now onwards, he is yours. So that is the grace Shri Mahāprabhujī is showering on all of us. And we are fortunate enough.
That's amazing. So, when we are supposed to find a guru or we are supposed to understand more about Vallabhacharya ji as a guru, could there be some background or a story which led to him being a guru? Is there a family history that has led to Shri Vallabh being Shri Vallabh?
So this is a very interesting story. This story is like 600 years ago approximately. Shri Mahāprabhujī, Shri Vallabh's 5 ancestors before him. Like his forefather, his name was Shri Yajna Narayan Bhatt. Extreme scholar. He was, mind-boggling in all of these scriptures, all of the Vedantas, everything. They used to reside in a village called Kakumbhakar. Kakarwara and Kakumbhakar is not the same.
Okay.
So, this is a village that is on the banks of river Krishna. So, these people used to reside there, Yajna Narayan Bhatt. He was fond of doing Somi Yajna. Somi Yajna is a yajna that is done to please all the devatas. So, this is an actual lineage, an actual parampara we can say. It is a ritual that is followed by Shri Vallabh Kul, whole Vallabh Kul till date. So he was performing a Som Yagya. He offered an ahuti. Ahuti is it is some pieces of rice and ghee mixed together that is offered into Havan Konda. So different Havanas, different Yagyas have different ahutis. So it is you can say food for the Devata that is offered. It is an offering to him.
Samagri offered, yeah.
So Yajnanarayan Bhatt, he very lovably and with full of his heart offered an ahuti. At that time, Swayam, the Lord himself, there's a quote in Vallabh Digvijay that says, Jvalana Mandale Dhyayas Tatreva. That at that time in that Yagya Kund, or the place where the divine fire is lit, Pitambaram Vipravesham Bhagavantam Pradurbhutam Dadarsha.
Pitambaram.
Yeah, it is like the Lord appeared in such a beautiful and
Attire.
Yeah, in an excellent attire that everyone likes to see. So he appeared there. Yajnanarayan, but he was just looking in front of the Lord. Of course, when you have Lord in front of you, you have nothing else to do.
Absolutely.
So he was just looking in front of you, was having a divine glance of him. Lord asked him, do you want a boon? So he could not actually hear at that time. Everything was just blank. Whatever I have is the Lord in front of me. Lord asked 3 times, but there was no answer. He was just keeping on looking at the God. He was just admiring his looks, his attire, everything. So the Lord, he is Yajnanarayan Dev. He himself gave a boon from his side, that is Shata Somante Tava Gotre Sadharma Gopanaya Avatarishyami. That once in your
lineage,
or in your sons and your father family, when 100 Som Yagyas, a group of 100 Som Yagyas is completed, I will be incarnating in your lineage. So everyone was astonished.
Wow.
Aisi abala na bhai kabhe. We have a description in Mool Purush that it was something that has never happened before. So everyone was very happy, everyone. So then gradually after Yajnanarayan Bhatt, his son Shri Gangadhar Bhatt. After him, Ganapati Bhatt. After him, Shri Lakshman Bhatt ji. And after Shri Lakshman Bhatt ji is Shri Vallabhacharya ji. Shri Lakshman Bhatt ji is the father of Shri Vallabhacharya ji. So this is the family lineage, and how come we get a proof that the Lord himself has incarnated. Also we get a shloka in Agni Purana that states the Lord himself that I will be incarnating as Shri Vallabh in certain amount of time.
Right. So there's a strong family history, and it's because of Thakurji's grace that Yajnanarayan Bhatt ji was blessed to have
Exactly.
the boon of, or the promise from Thakurji stating that once you accomplish 100 Soma Yagnas, and then is when Shri Mahaprabhu Vallabhacharya ji is going to be incarnated.
Me myself, I will be.
He himself will come. So I think this is fundamentally clear, as Afshri has mentioned earlier as well. Thakurji himself come as Vallabh.
Exactly.
So there's no difference in
No.
them. Fantastic. And since Afshri comes from the house where there's a title called Champaranya Pragatya Pith, and Afshri's elderly father is considered to be the Pithadish, or the person who is responsible, the Acharya who is responsible for this incarnation place. Why don't we tell the Vaishnavas who are listening to this podcast the story behind Champaranya and the importance of Champaranya and the connection to this particular place with Afshri's family?
So first of all, I would like to state the importance of Champaranya. There are 3 places in this Bhumi or this earth that are termed as Vaikuntha, or the city of the Lord himself. One is Champaran, one is Adel, the residence of Shri Mahaprabhujī, and one is Charnat, the birthplace of Shri Gosaiji, and Champaran being the birthplace of Shri Mahaprabhujī. We get this lineage, we get this fortune enough, the place of Champaran, from Shri Narsingh Lalji Maharaj, as stated
in the previous
in the previous ones. So Shri Narsingh Lalji Maharaj, after that we get different ancestors through which we have received this fortunate enough title of Champaranya. Champaranya, also if you go today, is a very calm, decent, quiet, and a divine place. You have no different distractions like, yeah, this Mumbai is so happening.
That's true.
So, Champaranya is a place where you can go to relax your mind or to follow devotion with a pure and undistracted mind.
Right.
So, of course, it is called Vaikuntha. It is for some reason.
Right. So, Champaranya Pragatya Pith. So, when we say Pragatya Pith, I am assuming Mahāprabhujī, Shri Vallabhācārya ji has incarnated over there. So, is there a small story behind it, how that location and what happens over there that people have so much will to actually visit Champaranya, which is near Raipur?
Okay, so this goes back to a story. Sri Lakshman Bhattaji, as I said, Sri Mahaprabhuji's father, he and Sri Mahaprabhuji's mother, Ilammaji, both of them were on a pilgrimage. So on their way, Ilammaji started having labor pain. So she just gave birth to a child that was 7 months old. So actually 7 months old child does not live long. Actually in today's medical term it is possible, but at that time being such consequences, hardships and everything.
Premature baby basically.
Yeah, not so much of medical facility. So if you think practically, so she gave birth to a 7-month-old child and then thought that this might not be living. Tore her sari, covered that baby. And put on leaves and then securely placed it under a tree and then went away. Now, at that night, on the same day, in the night, the Lord appeared in the dreams of Sri Lakshman Bhattaji and Ilammaji and told him that I myself have incarnated, then why aren't you going there and searching for me? When you know that there are 100 Somyagyas complete. Lakshman Bhattaji was the one who completed 100 Somyagyas. So, the Lord came up in dreams and told them. So all of these people, Lakshman Bhattaji, Ilammaji and some of those group people, they went searching for it is termed as Shishu. The baby that was left, untouched, like since a long time. So they were searching. Ahead they could see some flames. So they approached, they went there. They saw a surrounding, a circle full lit with flames, and in the between was a small baby playing. Now both of them were confused. How can we go there? Is this our child or not? So Lakshman Bhattaji, he told Ilammaji, if he is your child, you go ahead. If you go ahead and the fire passes away or fire just separates off, it is your child. So Ilammaji approaches the baby. We have a pankti in Mool Purush that says, Marag diyo jani jiye mata.
Correct.
The fire itself goes away as Ilammaji enters. And as she goes nearer and nearer, the fire slowly starts extinguishing. Soon she picks up the baby and then after some time names him Shri Vallabh.
What does Shri Vallabh mean?
Okay, Shri Vallabh is the typical translation of loved by everyone.
Vala.
Exactly, Vala.
Correct.
He is the one who is loved by Shri Thakurji. He is the one who is loved by Shri Yamnaji. He is the one who is loved by Shri Swaminiji. He is the one who is loved by all the Vaishnavas. What else more?
Fantastic. So the family that comes from South India has now been as an Acharya, as a humanized form of Thakurji has incarnated at Champaranya. Is there a specific reason why is it called Champaranya?
Yeah, so it is said that there are specific plants of Tulsi ji that pop up in Champaranya's land. And because of abundance of champa trees, it is called as Champaranya. And also, there is a mindset that says, because Shri Swaminiji is Champakavarni, or she is yellow in color. You understand? Like goldish in color.
Right.
In the same way, Champaranya is the land of Shri Swaminiji. So that is the reason Shri Vallabha is incarnated in Champaran, because he is also A Swamini Swarup, we can
Wow,
say.
this is a beautiful eulogy that we can understand. So basically, the birthplace of Sri Mahaprabhu Vallabhacharya can also be termed as Bethak, because Apshri also has been there, and that particular place, that particular Bethakji's responsibilities is under your head. Am I terming it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're fortunate enough, I can say.
So it's my blessing as well that I'm under your grace right now. So after Shri Acharya Charan's birth, I'm assuming since Apshri is divine, the upbringing wouldn't be so routine in nature. Can we know a little more about the early life of Shri Vallabhacharya?
So, Shri Vallabhacharya ji, he actually lived a tough life since he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Many ups and downs and everything. So, because it was just to show that people do have ups and downs in their life.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like only common people undergo that.
Even an Acharya does.
Yeah, exactly. So, when he was small, his grasping power was excellent. So, in Digvijay, Yadunath Digvijay, let me tell, Vallabh Digvijay, Yadunath Digvijay, Digvijay, all of the three are same. It is a scripture or it is a granth that is written by Shri Yadunath ji, the grandson of Shri Mahāprabhujī.
And it defines the entire...
Life story of Shri Mahāprabhujī.
Okay.
So, in Digvijay we see Makrit Shravana Grahana Patur Bala Saraswati. This is a term used for Shri Mahāprabhujī. He was very, fast in grasping, hearing and grasp what is heard. And Bala Saraswati. He was, proclaimed by different knowledgeable and scholars at that time that he is Bala Saraswati. People thought he is the incarnation of Saraswati. But although he was the incarnation of the Lord of Saraswati himself.
Correct.
Vakpati. So, he was termed as Bala Saraswati. Like, he is very smart. The term is Medhavi.
Right.
The one who has excellent mind and is high at grasping.
So a lot of pundits used to come and solve their doubts as well.
Yeah, exactly. That is termed as Shastrarth.
Right.
People having different mindsets, people having different, belonging from different sampradayas, different backgrounds.
Right.
All of them have different beliefs.
Right.
So all of them gathering together, having discussions, what is perfect, what is not, what is appropriate, what is not,
Right.
what should be followed, what should not be followed.
Right.
All of this comes under a discussion that is known as Shastrarth.
As an Acharya, is it essential, was it essential for Mahaprabhu Shri Vallabhacharya ji to undergo the 16 sanskars and at the same time study the Shastras?
Yes, he did undergo all of the 16 sanskaras, leaving the last one, that is Agnidaha. He is the Lord himself. There is no such ability in any fire present in the world that can, affect even a little bit to the Lord.
Right.
So he has done Asur Vyamoha Leela. So we'll be talking about it later.
Right.
So how did he go again to the Lord? What was the process?
Right.
Is again.
We can cover that at a later stage.
Yeah, exactly.
But he did go through naming, then Yagnopavita, as people call it, thread ceremony now, and then Shastra Abhyas, which is supposed to be done by Brahmacharya.
Yeah.
So he did all of
Brahmachari,
that.
Shastra Abhyas, Grahasthashram, everything.
Right.
He has undergone exactly like a common man lives today.
Right.
All of the things.
Okay. So what was he like when he was a student? I mean, he doesn't need a teacher, but still, was it because there is a respect for the Vedic tradition of studying at a Gurukul? Was it also implemented by Shri Vallabhacharya ji?
Yes. His father, like Sri Lakshman Bhattji, had appointed many such scholars. Like there's a scholar whose name is Vidyatirth,
Right.
who was appointed to teach Shri Vallabhacharya ji. There is a scholar whose name is Tirummalji, who was also appointed for teaching Shri Vallabhacharya
scriptures,
ji.
right.
Shri Lakshman Bhattji himself, he also has taught Atharva Veda.
And he was a scholar in Jyotish himself.
Of course, anytime. He was one of the best scholars at that time.
Right.
Because he was the sevak, or he was the devotee of Premakarashi, who was also an expert. Shri
Right.
Lakshman Bhattji.
Right.
So Lakshman Bhattji himself taught Shri Vallabh Atharva Veda,
Mm-hmm.
one of the 4 Vedas.
Correct.
So like that, Shri Vallabh's upbringing was, He stated as Padhe Charo Ved Aru Khata Shastra Mahinaachar mein. He just by-hearted all of the Vedas, 6 Shastras, all of the Puranas, everything in just 4 months.
4 months. Wow. I think these days people are not so focused on studies.
Exactly.
And Mahaprabhu Shri Vallabhacharya ji did it in 4 months. It's next to impossible. Would this also be one of the factors why he could be known as Bala Saraswati? Because he
Exactly, why not?
took up all these scriptures very fast and he could,
In a simple way.
in a very simplified way. Yeah, fair. Since early childhood, Mahaprabhuji has shown prominent qualities of a promising Acharya, and one of the other reasons why it might have contributed to be known as Bal Saraswati. So, at an early age, he studied all the Shastras. Would there be many legendary incidences which help us define or help us understand that Mahaprabhuji has established his principle of Shuddhadvait Brahmavad, which we've covered earlier, or Shuddhadvait word has been covered earlier? What would those moments or highlights be where Mahaprabhuji defines his principles?
So one of the main concepts that has happened in his life, one of the main stories of his life, you can
Incidents
say,
in life.
is the Shastrarth or the discussion of Vidyanagar. Vidyanagar was one of the, you can say, well-established kingdoms of that time in southern India. Mahaprabhuji belonging from, as I said, Kakumbakar,
Correct.
one of the villages in southern India. He was more into influence of southern Brahmins and southern scholars and everything. So at that time in Vidyanagar, there was a discussion between two parties. One says that Brahma or the supreme power is formless. And one says the supreme power does have a form. That is Nirakarvad and Sakarvad. So all of them were confused. Like they were having a debate between amongst themselves that who is better, what to follow, what not to do. At that time, Shri Mahaprabhuji, he entered the whole community at that time and proclaimed. He just stood up his point. He just proclaimed his point. He just established his point that Brahma or the supreme energy does have a form. That's why his name is Sakara Brahmavadaika Sthapaka. Like he is the one who actually gave the principle of Brahma that is formed into a form. You understand? Krishna does have a shape. He is not formless. He is formless, but after you attain such a qualification, you can find him everywhere. But before that, on the previous stages, you do need a figure in front of you to concentrate. So that is Swarup, that is Seva.
Right.
And he has established the path of Seva or path of grace, you can say.
Right.
As it says, episodes of grace.
Absolutely.
So the grace he's showering is by proclaiming or is by announcing that Krishna Seva Sadakarya. That the thing you always do is Prabhu's Seva, and that is the thing he has established in Vidyanagar Shastra, that the Brahma or the supreme energy does have a form.
Right.
So from that time he was given a stage or a name of Acharya.
He got a title of
Yeah,
Acharya.
so from Shri Vallabh, he was Shri Vallabhacārya.
Correct.
So he got the title of that Acharya after the discussion or the debate of Vidyanagar.
And any prominent personalities or prominent narratives that exist in that discussion that took place? Who was the king? Why was that debate happening? And is there any outcome apart from him being the Acharya? Can we understand more about that incident a little more in depth?
So the king, he was Krishna Deva Rai.
This is the prominent one which is known with Tenali Raman.
No, he's
Not
from
that one.
Vijayanagar.
Okay, that is Vijayanagar.
This incident is from Vidyanagar.
Different kings.
Yeah. Both
Okay.
of them are different, also kingdoms are different.
Right.
Also I think timings are different.
Okay.
So Krishna Deva Rai, he was the king of Vidyanagar at that time. All different spiritual directors, I can say. That is Ramanujacharya ji, Madhavacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Vishnu Swami ji, and Sri Shankaracharya ji. All of them were present over there. Like the devotees or the followers or them themselves were present over there. Or the acharyas who are sitting on their position itself, on the acharya padvi itself. All of them were present over there. Sri Vallabhacārya ji, he established his mindset and then tried to, convince all of these acharyas to believe in him. So all of them were satisfied and every one of them believed in Sri Vallabhacharya's mindset. From that day onwards, he was counted as acharya because he was also on the level of all of these.
Right.
All of these acharyas had their philosophy or their mindset that was different from rest of the others. So on that day, Shri Mahāprabhujī also established his mindset, which was different from all of the others. So he was an acharya from that day.
Right. So he established his principles by comparting or parting knowledge and parting Shastra quotations, which could have convinced the opposite people that what you are saying is acceptable to us. Fantastic. And that leads to a conclusion from Sri Vallabh to becoming Vallabhacharya. So Acharya as a padvi, as a title is given on that particular occasion. Is there any other incident in Mahāprabhuji's lifespan which fundamentally tells us that, okay, this is Brahmavad or this is the philosophy that I am propounding, and it's there in front of you, and eventually they embrace it?
So the first thing, Sri Mahāprabhujī, when he was like 14 years old, it was like Shravan Sud Ekadashi, I can say. It is the 11th night of the month of Shravan. The first half. So he was seated on the banks of Yamuna ji. So the Lord himself, he was actually thinking, was, I can say, into a very deep chintan. The term is chintan. Chintan does not mean thinking. It is reevaluating. He was thinking that how can my duty is to grab all of the people who are away from the Lord, who have forgotten their existence, and make them realize who are you. So it was the 11th day of Shravan, the first half. He was thinking into a very deep, thought process. At that time, the Lord himself incarnated in front of him. And then gave him Brahma Sambandh mantra. Now, Brahma Sambandh mantra is a 84-word mantra that has come from lineage to lineage in Pushtimarg, from ancestors to their followings. And that is a mantra that can only be given by Vallabh Kulacharya Balaks. So Shri Thakurji, the Lord who incarnated himself, he gave that Brahma Sambandh mantra to Shri Mahāprabhujī. And then from that day onwards, Shri Mahāprabhujī brought upon many sevaks. After him it was Shri Goswami ji, Gopinath ji. Then slowly, it has till now reached all of the Balaks, all of the Acharya Balaks.
All of the Acharyas. So, in the start of the podcast, Apshi mentioned Guru. And right now, Apshi mentioned Brahma Sambandh mantra. Is there any guideline given by Mahāprabhujī to identify a representative of him from whom you should seek Brahma Sambandha or whom you should make a guru?
Yeah, so Shri Mahāprabhujī, first of all, he has given all of this rights to only his lineage, like his sons and further generations. Also, the daughter side of Mahāprabhujī is excluded from this. You understand? The only right given is to the Vallabh Kul Vanshaj Acharya. And there are certain conditions that once you seek a guru, what you should see before taking Brahma Sambandh, not after taking. Let me make this clear for all of everyone. Krishna Seva Param Viksha Dambhadi Rahitam Naram Shri Bhāgavata Tattvagya Bhajet Jigyat Suradharad. This is a clear statement by Shri Mahāprabhujī. The Guru should be always ready to serve the Lord. Krishna Seva Param Viksha. And he should be expert in serving the Lord. Dambhadi Rahitam Naram. He should be away from all of the false activities.
Or hypocrisy.
Yeah, all of the hypocrisy, yes, you can say. Shri Bhāgavata Tattvagya. He should know the essence of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And he should be a Naram, he should be a man.
Right.
These are the 4 conditions. If all of the 4 are fulfilled by a Vallabh Kulacharya, you can surely seek Brahma Sambandha.
Right. So this guideline is given by Mahāprabhujī himself.
Exactly, yeah.
So wouldn't it be really visionary of Shri, of Mahaprabhu Shri Vallabhacharya ji, to actually outlay the guidelines of choosing a Gurudwara? And since all our Guru is considered to be Mahaprabhu Shri Vallabhacharya, it's very legendary of Shri to give us the guidelines to choose your own Guru. And I've never heard any other Sampradaya helping you with the guideline in advance itself.
Yeah.
That these are the criteria that your Gurudwara should have. And only then you should seek Brahma Sambandha, which is great. With this, we end the episode 3 of Episodes of Grace. I'm your host Aditya Shastri and your speaker and mentor Goswami Śrī Anugrahkumarji Mahodayshree. Hope you enjoyed this particular episode. Do like, subscribe and share with this video.